here's what happened, and I'll give you the perfect example. So I had this conversation with our guys the other day. I said, look, there's nothing wrong with being very competitive. I said, but as competitive as you are, it's got a limit to it. What do you mean? Let me explain to you what I mean by this. So it's very good when you're coming up and there's competition because someone's making you feel inferior, so you have to step up or you flight, right? You fight, flight, you freeze. Oh my gosh, he's better than me. I'm not gonna do anything. I can't beat this guy, and boom, you just become a regular guy. Or, you flight, I'm not gonna do this business, whatever, and secretly you're not doing it because you know the other guy is better than you. So why am I gonna stay in this space? I'm just gonna leave this space. Yeah. Or you decide to go fight and see how you do. Okay, so if we go fight, if it's just a direct competition that you do, there's a limit. Eventually, you get to a point where you say to yourself, I think I can compete. Like we were about to shut down the channel in the first 2 years. And we said, I don't know if this is gonna be me. I don't know if the audience resonates. Maybe we just don't have it. Then we said, let's change the channel. Let's go from Patrick Bet-David to Colin at Valuetainment. So then we changed the channel to Valuetainment. We took a complete different approach because a lot of people want to brand names. I don't want a brand name. When I die, my name is only worth the legacy. I want to brand a business because I can sell that business, is what I want to do. It's a complete different approach. Some people agree, some people don't. So I said, let's do Valuetainment. Why? We're bringing value, we're entertaining, and it's becoming a movement. So let's see how this resonates. Then we adjusted. Then it started growing. Then we could compete. Then we started growing. Then it was no longer about the competition. Not because we're beating the competition, because PewDiePie is killing everybody, 69 million subs. So if you're really going to compete, you're going to get your ass handed to you. So the guy at the top's got 69 million. What are you going to do to get to 69 million? Then maturity for me, and this happened at around 33, 34, 35, the main outcome became capacity. That's what it became. And I realized everyone's capacity is different in life. Your capacity may be higher in life, but you became an underachiever even though you have a lot more potential than I do. My capacity may be smaller in life, but I become an overachiever at my smaller capacity and I do better in life. You could even be an achiever and you still do good in life and you beat somebody who, let's just say, is not as talented than you. Like, let's just say yourself. You're an MIT guy, you're all this stuff. People are expecting you to win. So some of the kids you went to school with, if you just competed with those guys, that's like an 18-year-old kid bullying a 14-year-old. You're gonna beat them. It's not fair to compete there, right? So on the outside, we can very easily fool ourselves into thinking we're winning because we're always comparing down versus if I compare to my capacity, I'm striving for something else, So once that chip went towards, Pat, here's what we're really fighting for. If this is really your capacity, and if you constantly look at the marketplace about competition, and eventually, let's just say you beat a few people, then what? That doesn't necessarily mean you reached that level of capacity. I'm striving for this. That adjustment in that mindset, believe it or not, helped me have a better relationship with other people, helped me have a better relationship with competitors, because it's not about me against you. It's about PBD against PBD's capacity, and I'm chasing this. And it gave a lot more peace, joy, comfort, not in a comfortable level, but comfort knowing, we're playing a different game now.
Yeah. Some of my greatest guests on this show compete with themselves, including Dorian Yates, and he was the guy that always wanted to beat himself. And I think that's why he got to those levels, because it wasn't about that guy or that guy, which also brings weird energy and weird results to the people around you. If you're trying to be the best version of yourself every day, that's how I think you get to greatness. And that sounds like what you're trying to do.
Dorian Yates, I met Dorian Yates in 1999.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you, when I saw Dorian, I have a picture with him and I at Venice Beach, okay? And you'll see this 18-year-old guy that got out of the Army. It was 1999, a 21-year-old guy that got out of the Army. And I'm like, I'm gonna go be Mr. Olympia. That's what I'm thinking to myself. And I see Dorian Yates. And that's a perfect example of a guy that, his back, the way he built his back, he could pretty much fly. If he jumped off a building and just did a lat spread, that guy could probably fly in the middle of the sky with the way he built his back. Yeah, great story with Dorian Yates. By the way, props to you on that interview. That was an incredible interview, and you were able to take that, the topic deep in areas that not a lot of people take in that space. And I think it was necessary. Somebody needed to do it, and so you spearhead that topic of steroids and growth hormone, and he went there, which is respect to him as well, for willing to be open about it.
Yeah, it was great to have him there. We were right place, right time. What do they say? The harder you practice, the more lucky you get.
Yes.
And so we were there, right when that happened.